I have a really terrible confession to make. I have judged and looked down on people with mental health. 100% I have. We're going to go through the checklist of ADHD characteristics as per the DSM-5. Number 1 is inattention. Now, I am going to do some fancy work, and right here you will see what lies within inattention. And so you would need to score 5 in order to tick that box. Number 2 is hyperactivity and impulsivity. Again, I'm not going to read them all out, but I am going to put them on the screen here so you can have a little look through those. Right, let's get through that checklist, shall we? Attention issues. I have massive attention issues. If you are talking to me and I don't like what you're talking about, I'm not going to be listening. And that's a really shitty thing to do, but it's not intentional. People can perceive me as being rude. Some people can perceive me as being maybe narcissistic, but that's not intentional at all. You only need to go and ask my girls from day dot. And executive function. What is executive function? Executive function is the brain's ability to get you through the day. So your brain, and your typical brain, will go through the day, do the things that they've got to do. Whereas someone who might have ADHD, things like brushing your teeth are a task. And you have to plan that task. You have to do things to gear you up to brush your teeth. And I'm going to be honest, I don't brush my teeth all the time. I've got a cavity that goes down there that I've had there for 20 years. That's an ADHD thing. Or if it's not, it's the way my fucking brain works. Whether, I have to say with executive function, people that think that we fail at life, I can train for Ironmans, I can train for ultras, I can train for marathons. I have a son that is into and does everything with me. My energy goes into that. I'm not going to make myself sick over executive function, which doesn't work how my brain works. Get it? Number 3 is emotional intensity. Well, you've all seen me cry maybe once. So emotional intensity is intense. You've seen it. For whatever you know me for, whether that's being a friend, whether that's having a cuddle, whether that is maybe hooking up at some point, I am an intense person. So intense. Number 4, impulsivity. What is not impulsive? No way. Right, let's talk about impulsivity. Went to Australia, learnt and lived in Australia for 3 years because I broke up with a guy. That was done and dusted within a week of the breakup. I actually went to Central America because somebody at work kept whistling. I could have taken that person out, on level for fuck off. Exactly like that. Impulsivity can be promiscuity. It can be doing dangerous things like jumping out of trees and breaking your back, like I did. Here's a picture. Nasty that, innit? Fucking kill me. And then that was great because then I became an addict to fucking opioids. 5 is hyperfocus. I can sit down and learn everything about something that I love. If I have to learn something and it's not within my hyperfocus, then I lose focus. I've just got no interest whatsoever. It's so difficult for me to watch with something I'm not fully on board with. Then there is time blindness. I was always like, nah, I'm so good with time. I don't have time blindness, so therefore I'm not ADHD. In the morning, I don't have time blindness because, as I say, I am putting routines and structure into my life to prevent those things. So time blindness is an example. Without the routine and structure, it would be chaos. It would be fucking carnage. Next up is sensory overload. I am so sensory. I am sensitive to noise. I'm in a car, all right, and there's kids in the car and they're doing kiddie things, that's what kids do, shout and scream and make noise. My nervous system just goes, I can feel it now, it just goes like, whoa. And everything starts sweating and I can't think and I can't talk. It's so overwhelming. Actually, more quicker than I used to do. Being overwhelmed isn't necessarily one of the things that I'm bothered about. I guess everything I'm doing is adding to me not being overwhelmed because the systems that I'm putting in place are all about not being overwhelmed, which is easy for me to say because I'm not in a system at the moment. I'm trying to create my own system. Rebuild myself from the rubble because I never knew who I was, and everything that I thought I was is actually being a lie. Exceptional ability of masking. Because I'm quite high support needs. I can't do basic admin. So difficult for me, and I don't think people understand how difficult it is. And this is somebody that's worked in corporate, and I've not fucking shied away from working hard and grafting my ass off at all. But being in corporate was not good for me either because fuck my life. It chewed me up and it fucking spat me out in little pellets. I had to fucking find myself in all these fucking pellets, a million shattered pieces, and pick myself up and try to make myself into something, which is what I'm doing. So rather than seeing it as a label or people using it, why don't you position your view on it and think, these people are learning about the brain, about how brains work and operate in different ways, and how they can work best with their brains so that they don't continue to suffer the same fucking patterns that they keep going through. I don't want to keep doing the same patterns. I don't want to go into a job and then love it and then fucking meet this with the patriarchy because I'm so fucking sensitive to it. I want to understand myself so I can make my son thrive, whether in whatever structures he needs to, because I'd be damned if he's going to go through life like I do. Of it, don't get me wrong, it's fucking character building. Trauma-induced teaching from your mum. That's one of the things. I'm all about non-judgment. If you can really get on board with non-judgment and practice non-judgment every day, it's going to open up your heart in unimaginable ways. Imagine just understanding everybody and rather than always thinking about things from your point of view, you look at the world from other people's point of view. It's a really lovely feeling. I get on board with it. Everyone should have empathy and compassion and try to put yourself in other people's shoes, because everyone has got shit going on in this world that is just as dark and as complex as the shit that you've got on. Why do I do the things that I do? So early mornings, your cortisol is naturally rising at 5-6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So you get up, for me, I wake up, I have a coffee, I sit down, bit of breath work, 5-minute meditation, gratitude. Then I start my day at 5:45 a.m. with the girls. 2 is the movement as regulation. So don't look at what I do as like, oh my God, I need to wake up and then I need to move. No, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to smash some iron around, I'm going to take on the day like a fucking warrior queen that I am, because there is nothing and nobody that can piss me off after I've just done that fucking workout. Nobody. 3, ritual over motivation. 1, duty, movement. Overall, fucking love it. Feel it. And structure. If you are neurodivergent, or if you're not neurodivergent, but particularly if you are neurodivergent, your brain is going to thrive in systems. It's going to thrive in understanding patterns that work with you and not against you. You waking up, and then the choice of you moving the energy and this vessel that has been blessed with your soul inside is powerful, and obviously you look good as well. So regardless if I have ADHD as a label or if I am self-diagnosed ADHD, none of us need labels to start understanding ourselves. But if a label is available and you can use that as the groundwork to say, oh, I'm going to rebuild my house, and this time I'm going to rebuild a house that I want to live in, that fits to me and my style. I am not an ADHD coach. I am not a PMDD coach. I am a movement coach. I wake you up at 5 a.m. in the morning and I get your ass moving to start the day. I help the chaos, the carnage turn into manageable chaos and carnage. So if you're interested to know more, or if you're interested just to hear about my journey on this PMDD, ADHD wild roller coaster, then just subscribe. Cheer me on. I might need a nap actually.